Hey, what's up, Breezy? Welcome in, folks. Welcome in to the stream. Nice 7:30 p.m. stream. And Bailey's like, "What's happening? What's happening? I'm crazy." You're crazy. Move your bed right there. You were sleeping just fine earlier. Yep. Welcome in. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. I hope you are. We didn't do this last weekend, but this weekend we're going to be focusing on... Let me do this. Shaders, one. But two, we're going to be focusing on the storage room again. And I've already been working on it, but as you can probably tell, it's a very easy thing just to kind of do in your free time, you know? So, that's what I've been doing. Once we get over to here, it'll be a bit interesting, but we're not there yet. My dog's being crazy. Come here, Bailey. Come on. We're gonna do this so you can see. It's a little weird, but you guys can probably still hear me. Yeah, you're being a little crazy, but yeah. I think I was getting wood, wasn't I? I would love to be able to put in all of the barrels today. I think that would be ideal. Do I have things and stuff? I think I have things and stuff. Emma, what's up? What's up, Lonely Blunt? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up, Jess? How you doing? Signing Stamp, what's up? Doing pretty good today. How you doing? Doing dishes? Wow. Very nice. No worries if you don't respond. I'll just assume that you hate me. It's okay. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks now, I think, since my last stream. Last weekend just didn't really work out, and then today I was going to, but we were not home at my normal stream time, so I just pushed it off till later. The mod list? Ooh. I don't know if I've ever made a mod list for the stuff that we use. Wish Jay was here. Then Jay could do it. Hey, Jay! Get me a mod list. Maybe we have one somewhere. Doing okay, thanks. Up later than normal. I might get myself one last cup of tea. Oh yeah, it's probably pretty late for you, huh?
What you doing up so late? Or later than normal, I guess. Well, that's true. I probably could show it on stream. You got thinking with your brain. It's amazing.
Bailey, what are you trying to lick? Are you trying to lick everything? What are we doing? What, you crazy? What, you crazy? I'm not scolding you. Not really. It's kind of a half joke. It's a half joke. The yolk. We only yolk. Bailey's on my lap. Because she would not settle down. She has to be bounced up and down like a baby, apparently. Boing, 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 boing. Is that what you need? Is that what you need? Yeah. Crazy butt. You little crazy butt. Go lay down. Go lay down in your bed. In your bed.
A few hours napping, 11:30 p.m. isn't too bad for me. It probably is 11:30 for you. Our time change was today in the US. So we sprang forward an hour. Big Yankees. Also, my screen is not frozen. I'm just not moving around. Just so you're aware. In case anyone was wondering. Let me see. Do I have a mod list? Mods. Ah, here we go. 69 mods. Nice. I don't know if I use half of these. So, player skin layer in 3D, armor poser, something armor stands, optimizations, better biome reblend, better FPS, better ping, better stats, better third person, bundle inventory, carpet mod, chat heads. So the chat heads are, well, you can't. So it's this thing in chat, which is pretty cool. So I want to pick all this stuff up real quick. What else we got? Chest tracker again, something I don't care for. Clean F3, continuity, whatever cupboard is. Debugify, which is a good one, fixes my bugs found in the bug tracker. It's a pretty good one. Deep slate Instamine. Hide beacon beams using blocks. Dynamic lights. Effectual, new effect particles and more. Enhance block entities, optimize and customize block entity rendering. Yeah, I honestly don't know what all the mods are because I don't put this together. Entity model features, entity texture features, entity view distance, entity calling. You'll see stuff like ferrite core here, reduces memory usage. This is like optimization kind of mods. We use flashback instead of replay mod. Mod is places info on furnaces, so it's Frank. The SIP mod. Gamma utils, which I don't know if I've ever really used. Geeky removes all chat signing related indicators from chat and toasts. Huh? Make eye blossoms glow, make torch flowers glow. Nice. Horse buff. Let's see. Drag and drop files in this window. Oh, cool. Some optimization things for rendering in Minecraft. Inventory essentials. Iris, of course. That's what I use shaders for. Light overlay mod with a twist. Lighty. Lightmatica, which I don't use. Location copy. That was pretty cool. Malilib. Malilib? I don't know. Map tooltip for view master inventory. Mod menu to be, which is this thing that we're in right now. Model gap fix, modern fix, more culling, no chat reports. Noisium. Oh. Ow. Damn it. We're only like halfway through the mods. Our time changes last weekend in March, so a few weeks. We only got 4 hours. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Only a few weeks then. Actually, we're almost there. Yeah, so that's another optimization thing. Particle core, not enough animations, particle tweaks, player pig mod, 10 out of 10. What else we got? We're almost there. Almost to the end. I know there's a lot of mods. Real arrow makes bows display the correct arrow. Nice. Scalable lux creates a lighting engine to fix lighting performance and lighting errors. I want to go someplace where I'm not like gonna get bombarded by mobs. Nice, GG's. Okay, finally we can finish this. What else we got? Don't want W. It's more like an L. Simple voice chat, always a good one. What, I missed some. Screenshot to clipboard. Oh, that's a neat one. Minecraft doesn't already do that? Anytime you take a screenshot of the game. I guess it stores it in the screenshots folder. Scribble for like better book stuff. Shulkerbox tooltip. So that's just to see what's in your Shulkerbox without having to open them. Oh, as well as well, no, that's the preview. Yeah, this is the tooltip one. Okay. Simple voice chat, spoke signals, which are interesting. Sodium instead of Optifine. Reintroduces vanilla like smooth lighting to non-full blocks. It's an interesting one. The status mod, which we use quite a bit. Tax-free levels. Is that the one that we have where we can like shift right click to, or crouch right click to repair our tools with levels? Tweakaroo, vanilla pings. Find items in nearby inventories, where is it? And then zoomify, it's a zoom mod. So, want to go back through the VOD Lonely Blunt and grab those, you're more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Hopefully that answers some of your question though. We got a lot, basically. And it's constantly changing. What I mean by that is sometimes, like, I think we have more mods now than we used to have, because we used to have, or the last version of Minecraft, like some of our mods weren't getting updated, and so like you'll see mods appear and disappear just based on what's been updated for different versions. So cool stuff. Yeah, no worries. To clarify for everyone else, those I only use, hold on. I use Prism Launcher instead of the default Minecraft launcher just for AfterLife. Anything that's related to my single player world, which has like 5 mods that I use, which is basically like replay mod and I think some optimization mods, and that's it. That I still use the normal Minecraft launcher for. It just makes it easy, at least for me. I don't have to like make a new profile for every time the game gets updated. It becomes kind of a pain to use Prism. But I probably could use Prism, I just don't. I'm the only one on tonight. I'm sure there were people on earlier. I'd have to go back and look at our chat logs. The other thing we have server side is that we have a mod that essentially syncs a Discord channel to game chat. So I can actually go on the AfterLife Discord. It's not stuff you guys can see. But that would be kind of an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, there were people on earlier. Looks like, who's all on today? Puff was on, Jay was on, Miney was on, Nightfox was on, Skunk was on, Uni was on, Mine left like 614, so. Not me wanting to play with the Let's Do mods like Bakery, Winery, etc. And they hate my computer. Rip. Just get a better computer then, Forehead. What are we doing here? I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Hey, nice, Breezy. 7 stream streak. Let's go. Big Pog. Appreciate you. Quick leaf decay, like where leaves decay a lot faster. We don't have anything that is, I would say, really. No, we do. We have some stuff that makes things functionally different. But yeah, we don't. I think leaf decay people might get a little antsy about, because it's changing more of a core mechanic of the game to some degree. All the mods we have, I say we, it's mostly Jay changing them, but it's mostly stuff, it's supposed to be more cosmetic or optimization kind of things, rather than anything that actually changes any gameplay. Occasionally we have stuff that, like, we've added some custom recipes for things, but it's more like adding menus. It's more what we stick to. Or like the book stuff and the armor sand stuff. Things that are more cosmetic. Biggest thing is I want a texture pack, but I don't know how to make that work with mod/forge. Isn't that just a separate thing? Just find a texture pack and maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. I have no clue. Cause like normally texture packs, like I have this mod thing here, but there's a mods folder. Normally texture packs be under resource packs. Like I have Just Expressions, which, okay, Mojang. Which Just Expressions. Oh, okay. Let me get out of this tree first. Just Expressions is a fresh animations thing. It's my eyes that move. To those blinky eyes, or yeah, those blinky eyes are Just Expressions, and that's like a different texture pack thing. I am not technically inclined to know. How about the rest of these? Or they should get fresh animations back on here. How do I add these? Does that give me the connected textures for glass smile? Oh no, is that? Oh yeah, these are for continuity. Oh, what is this? Okay. Interesting. Turn this off. Okay, that's very, Minecraft looks normal. Yo, we can get some cheap viewers. Let's go. I want some cheap viewers. You guys can't see it. Hold on. There was someone who did one of those fun chat messages that auto mod caught. Would rather quick leaf decay than be able to see what's in his shulker. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you play the game. Like I said, we don't do anything that's more game changing. The shulker box tooltips, or even the shulker box previews are very helpful for us. Because we have so many shulker boxes, so many different things in them. If you want cheap viewers, I'd better get going. But in your 2-week Minecraft phase, let's go. Pog, 2-week Minecraft phase. Welcome back for the next week or two. Unfortunately, I've had a 10-year Minecraft phase I can't quite shake, so I can't relate. Has it been 10 years? Yeah. Oh. 11 year Minecraft phase. 11 years. Majority of that time is figuring out the mods. So has your 2-week phase really begun then? If you're just doing all the technical aspects of it. The 2-week technical Minecraft phase? 2-week technical difficulties phase? I don't know. I have so much wood. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So much spruce wood. Yeah, Shane, today you actually started playing some. Hey, there we go. Making progress, making progress. Sorry, making progress. Speaking of making progress, the thing I was going to mention earlier in the stream, I forgot to do, I guess. Yeah, so update about, since I've said it on stream, update about house stuff. We are moving along. What was it? 2 weekends ago, I was talking about the fact that we were going to start looking at houses last weekend, which we did. Looked at a few. Then we looked at a house on Wednesday. Fantastic house. Put in an offer. Got totally obliterated, but it's fine. It was a pretty perfect house for us for a long time, but unfortunately, those types of houses tend to be very competitive, and we're still in a, you know, not a great market for someone trying to buy a home. So I think we ended up going in like 35K over asking, and there was at least one other. Well, the first offer that came in was actually like 55K over, and waived all the things that you would normally expect for someone buying a house. Like, you know, when you get an inspection, there's a thing called an appraisal, which essentially means that an appraiser comes by and determines the value of the house, and there's certain things that happen based off of that. You know, if you're trying to buy a house for a larger sum of money than it gets appraised at, then you typically have to cover the appraisal gap. If you put an offer in and it appraises higher than your offer, then you just get equity, or the seller. Sometimes the seller can renegotiate. I don't know if they could in this case, but the other offer waived all of that, so kind of hard to compete with that. And then they got other offers even after that were like apparently way higher than that. So yay. They can't even. Oh yeah, that's because the because the appraisal is just for us, right? Or is that the inspection? The appraisal's just for the buyer, I think. Somebody explained this to me at some point, and I just don't remember. That's how I roll. How fun, and the offering process is horrible. Yeah, especially where we live, where everything's competitive. Not everything, but like the most desirable properties definitely are very competitive. And the big thing about this one is like most of the houses in our area are associated with an HOA of some kind, homeowners association. This house was not. It's one of the very few. I say very few, but I've seen a couple others in the area that aren't part of a HOA. But this is one that was not part of an HOA, and those are highly, highly, highly desirable houses. Everybody fights tooth and nail for them. So we figured, you know, if we got in early, we wouldn't have to deal with much competition. But fortunately for this house, that was not the case. So we lost out on it, but that doesn't mean that we're going to stop looking. So I've continued to look at Zillow, and one of the nice things about working with a real estate agent is that they will add you to their MLS listings feed. They'll give you a customized feed of houses and when they come on the market and stuff. So you get the most up-to-date information about a house instead of just having to rely on Zillow or something like that. So we've been looking there, and I've kept my eye on Zillow still as well, just because sometimes things will get on Zillow a little bit quicker. Stuff that's going to be coming onto the market in like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, will sometimes come onto Zillow first. So, what's up, Mucho? Welcome in. HOA makes things terrible the first time home buyers. Same here in Columbus, yeah. Well, and then, so the harder part, right? I mean, being a first-time home buyer is difficult in a lot of respects. The harder part about being a first-time home buyer is that you can't compete nearly as well because you don't have equity, or you don't have, you know, typically first-time home buyers don't have as much actual liquid, you know, cash to be able to put down. Right? Because we're going in at 5%. We're basically doing the minimum of 5% for a conventional loan, which is what the most conventional is, the loan that most people use, at least in the US. And because of that, right, you may have other offers that are 10 or 20% down. 20% is where you get the drop off PMI, private mortgage insurance, essentially. Insurance for the lender because you're below 20%. But somehow we have to pay it because that makes sense. What was I saying? Because we are in putting down 5%, not like 10 or 20%. When you get into a bidding war, it's a lot harder for us to win that. A lot harder for first-time home buyers to win that in general versus people who've already been in the market or have more cash down. Because when your offers go higher, like if it appraises, if you're put in an offer that gets accepted, it's higher than the appraisal, you have to cover that gap between the appraised value and the offer in cash generally, because most lenders won't adjust for that. Basically, they'll give you a loan based on where it appraises at, not necessarily your offer, if your offer is higher than the appraisal. So a lot of times, the way our lender explained it is like, if someone puts down 20% and it appraises, you know, lower than your offer, then a lot of times people will just, like, a lot of times the lender will just adjust your money down to be able to cover that gap. So your loan will actually have, like, you know, like 10% down or something. That other 10% goes to cover the gap. So things like that, where it's, you know, when you're a first-time home buyer, it's really hard to be able to do that because you already don't have as much to be able to put down, so you can't really compete, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why we have the MLS listing as well. Any home that's going to go on the market in our area is going to go on the MLS listing because that's what all the real estate agents use. So we're able to find homes that way as well. Though a lot of stuff in our area is going on Zillow. Like if it's on Zillow, it's on the MLS. If it's on MLS, it's on Zillow for the most part. Which reminds me, I need to email that one real estate agent back and be like, hey, sorry, we're not going with you. You could take us off of your MLS listing now. We basically get emails, automated emails every day that show all like the recent changes to the MLS database within our search parameters. And the first real estate agent we talked to, she had put us on like the listing before we agreed. I mean, we just talked to her once. She's like, I'll just put you on our listing. And then the guy that we're going with now for our real estate agent also put us on a listing page or a listing feed or whatever, which means we get like double the emails. It's like, I don't think we need these other emails. Oh, we've learned so much though about buying a house in the last month. Emma and I were talking about this, but because the first home we put in an offer for was so competitive, it sucks that we didn't get it, but it's also kind of nice because now we know like different tactics, having worked with our real estate agent and lender pretty closely during the whole process. Like we kind of understand some of the tactics that can get used in future homes that we put an offer on that could help us, could give us an edge. Different techniques, like the most common one a few years ago, it's the one that the offer that's probably going to win, or is maybe they won't win, but they're at least still in the running. We're not in the running anymore. Was that they waived all contingencies. They waived the inspection, they waived appraisal. Usually there's like an HOA contingency as well, but because that house wasn't in an HOA, there's nothing to waive there. But if you don't want to waive all contingencies, one of the things that can help in offer is like, and our lender was talking to us about this. Like if you, he can basically say, hey, we're gonna make sure we get an appraisal done in like 5 days. The time frame, right, can help. Closing date. So whenever you buy a house, whenever anyone buys a house, you put in an offer, and there's a time period between when your offer is accepted and then when you actually close. You bring all your cash down, your stuff for your closing costs, which is more than just your down payment, but it does include that. Alongside your down payment, you bring all that stuff to the table and you close on a specific day. One nice tactic that people use as well is changing the closing date to be sooner. Typically 30 days is how long it takes to close, but if you can close in 25 days, that may make your offer more appealing than someone else that can't. So different techniques like that. It was pretty interesting to hear go back and forth. I think we're waiting till after the wedding to attempt for a house. I mean, that would make sense. That's what we did. So. And I know people like to time the markets, right? Same way people like to time the stock markets, they like to time housing markets. I don't. There's different philosophies. Some people have said to wait. Some people have said to get in now. It's very interesting. Someone Emma and I were talking with yesterday was talking about like waiting, at least in the area that we're at, and then you might be able, like the housing market might go down in our area a little bit. I don't really think that's true. I think what's more likely to happen is what our lender was saying, which is that interest rates will go down later this year, and that's going to cause house prices to go even higher, not the opposite. So it's actually good to get in now if you can and find something you like versus waiting to the fall. But there's all kinds of different philosophies on, like, oh, you should wait. Oh no, great, now it's a great time. the same way that I've heard people, like the people I respect when it comes to the stock market, is the same philosophy I take to the housing market, which is buy a house whenever you're ready. You know, like maybe you could time the market, but probably not. So the reason I say that is a lot of the stock advice that I have heard online that I like is, you know, don't try to time the stock market. Just, you know, if you really want to get into investing, just buy consistently. And over time, you know, as long as you're not buying individual stocks, you're buying, you know, mutual funds or typically ETFs or something that follows an index. You know, in the long, you're not going to make quick money, but in the long run, you're going to make money. So, because over 30 years, the stock market goes up generally. In the short term, it'll go down year to year, but in the long term, it's generally up. So, similarly for a house, you know, I'm not trying to time the market to be like, oh, this is the best time to buy a house, and this is when I'm gonna get the best. Like, no, like if we want to buy a house, we're gonna go buy a house. If we can't, we can't. But if we can, go for it. I don't like this whole trying to time it thing. Use wedding gifts towards cash to close? Absolutely. I want to have a cash gift for down payment honeymoon. Yeah, that's what we had. Rather than asking for items. We really wanted to just do that, but you know, people also like to buy physical items, you know. So I totally get it either way. Mm-hmm. Using Zola? Good. That's what we used. Question is Max okay with this? Does he have a preference, or is he like, yeah, whatever? Which is the harder one to work with, as I remember from when Emma and I were doing things. There were certain things where I was like, I don't care, and it's like, could you please have an opinion? So I often do not have an opinion, for better or for worse. And then there's sometimes I have opinions and I just don't want to say them. So. Too many details weighing on max for that makes it difficult to keep planning and making decor decisions. Oof. Oof. So somebody needs a talking to. Got it. Oh, let's go to sleep. Yeah, if you're starting to fall, or if he's starting to fall behind, yeah. It is also helpful to be preemptive about it, you know, if you schedule a timeout. Which I don't know if we really ever scheduled a time, that consistent time. What am I doing over here? Go this way. So like a planning wedding because I can says I'm just like meh, whatever. Yeah, not having an opinion can make it very hard to make decisions. It's rough. It's rough out here. use these for now. My boyfriend asked me, what do you want to watch? Meh, whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. Oh, Emma has opinions when I say that. Cause I say that a lot. Like, I don't care. She's like, no, have an opinion. Like I said, it's very useful to have an opinion. At that point, it's about making it a priority. Find other times, do the things that come up, and see the meeting time as immovable. Yeah, you kind of have to plant your foot in the ground at some point, because things always come up. That's what I've learned in life in general. Is like, I've said it about content before, right? It's like, oh, I'm not making enough content because this thing came up, that thing came up, and it's like, well, things always come up. Fortunately, that's how life works. So you just have to, if it's really a priority, you have to make it a priority above a lot of other things. Oh my goodness. Shad Milkman coming in with the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Get milked. Oh man. Just imagining buckets of milk just getting poured on me. Help me.
Hello.
Rexington, thanks for the follow. Vartini, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. King Elf, welcome in. Voided Muffins, welcome in. Slash shout out, Jess. We use the built-in Twitch function for it now. First time live in over a year. Wow. What were you up to? What were you up to today? Thanks so much for the raid once again. Welcome in. I really appreciate it. I feel that though. That's how I feel with YouTube. It's like, so I haven't uploaded in 2 months. Rip. Thanks for giving that shout out. There you go. Claps for finding the shout out. Oh, Skyblock Kingdoms, nice. Very nice. Tour and Q&A stuff, nice. World Tour of the Skyblock Kingdoms SMP, nice. Is the SMP over now or is it still going? I've kind of loosely followed it. It's over? First season's over, okay. That's what I thought in my head. It finished January, okay. January-ish, okay. I thought I saw something like that, yeah, that makes sense. Well, welcome in, folks. For those who don't know me, my name is Whitefire. I play Minecraft, as you can tell. I'm here on the AfterLife SMP server, which is a content creator server. We've been around for off and on for like 10 years, just over 10 years. December 21st, 2014. We're currently on season 5. So season 5 has been going since 2022. So this season will end up going for probably about 3.5 years. 3.5 to 4 years at the end of it. We are currently at my base. So this is my giant hole that I dug like 2 years ago. And slowly been making progress on it. Got a floating island. My whole base area here, like I said, it's just a giant hole and it's gonna have all my stuff. So animal pens, working on my storage right now. I've got the design for the floor in. We're working on putting in the barrels, working on putting in, you know, the beams and the decorations and things like that. So yeah, thanks so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Holy moly indeed. Thanks for the follow, Wooded Muffins. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've been around 10-ish years. I've been a part of AfterLife. Ooh, for probably about 8 of those, I think. No, maybe 7. So AfterLife started December 21st, 2014. I joined in October of 2015 and left the summer of 2017, like July 2017, something like that. Season 2 ended basically at the end of 2017, and the server didn't really exist for like a year and a half to 2 years. And then we started back up. I joined back up with AfterLife when we started again in June of 2019. I've been with the server ever since. Been with the group ever since. And then yeah, like I said, this particular world started in 2022, the summer of 2022. So June, July-ish. We typically start in June. So this is my base here, which is not too far from spawn. Town Hall the Skunk made. Mr. Brown Skunk. Our shopping district here. Big old J-Head. Our server owner and leader, fearless leader. Residential district here. Bunch of different houses and people have made over the years. My house is right here. I built early on in 2022, back when Mangrove was new. Yeah, 2015 was a decade ago. Yep. It was just 5 years. No, it was a decade ago. So you'll see random builds and stuff people have been working on. This is I'll show it off a little bit. Though Z hasn't made a video, but this is King Z's base here at spawn. It's pretty cool. GP was working on some custom terrain over here at one point. I don't know if he's worked on it much since. Big old GP, G to the P. He did all of this originally, which is like a custom pathway, bunch of custom terrain he did over here, which is pretty cool. You're like one of the most sane members on the team that I know of. Me? Me sane? I missed a lot of messages earlier. I'm sorry, y'all. You lie, sir. 2015 just last year, as was 2002. If only. Terraforming, yeah, it's pretty. GP's an amazing terraformer for sure. True, I'm most sane of them. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Man, people got this one. I gotta do Craftle still. No meat, no pudding. I don't know what that hint is. So this is a game that Blocker Locker over here created on the server called Craftle. It's essentially Wordle with crafting recipes. So typically he has a new hint every week. So pretty cool. But this is our games district area over here. So different mini games on the server. Just to highlight a few things that have gone on the last, like I said, 2.5, almost, coming up on 3 years in June of this season in particular. The first 6 months were pretty good, and then the next like a year after that, there were like 3 of us that played. And then when 2024 started is when Scum came back, a lot of other people came back, we got some more momentum. So Puff got it in one try. Puff's just a magician, you know. What did I miss? I think I missed so much. Some things will be more expensive the longer you wait. If you can't get what you want due to delays, you'll be very happy to make a decision. Right? Yeah, probably Puff. Puff getting in one try makes sense. It's so much easier to get vendors the further you book them out. Yeah. It is wild that vendors get booked out like a year or two in advance sometimes. You can find some closer as well, but there's also some that get booked out along with this. That Fox showing off on a stream? Gotcha. What's up, Diagonal? Yeah, chill stream here. Yeah. Just wedding talk. Ignore it? Why would I ignore it? But it's fun. I gotta go back now. What was I know there was something that I missed very early on. Something priority. I feel like I have a good grasp on what I want. I need to know the things his opinions on, like the color of his tux, because that affects bridesmaid dresses and so on. Yeah, colors do make a difference. Guys putting off official engagement. Fair enough. I don't want to think about that. See? I mean, when it's not your wedding, it is more fun to talk about it. When it's your wedding, it becomes more like stressful to talk about. So yeah, I get that. Yeah, our photographer loved Emma's dress so much that it got, I think I had a whole post dedicated to it on their Instagram. Just pretty cool. It was pretty rad. Do actually need a stone here, believe it or not. Look, we know a lot of people, so I don't have to worry much about it. Mom's cosmetologist, several photography, family, friends, many chefs. Oh, good. Yeah, that does make it a lot easier if you already have options and you know people who know people. Because half the battle is just like knowing who to go to. So that's good. Yes, the coordination. Not the fun part. 6. Okay, we're good. How lucky you might be with knowing people. Pays to know people. I mean, just general in life stuff, but yeah, it applies to weddings too. I put torches up for lighting for now until I can figure out how I actually want this to go. So 5, 6, I think. So then this one goes one back. Yeah, that makes sense. Gonna be like this, I think. There we go. That is next. Yeah. Definitely gets more streams future. Now it's my turn to go boot up MC with some friends. All right, have fun with friends. Thanks for coming through the raid and thanks for hanging out for a little bit, Voting Muffins. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your weekend, whatever it might be. Plus, I'm trying to determine how many bridesmaids I'll have. And that's a struggle. Yeah. If you have a lot of choices. I had to scrounge together as many groomsmen as I could think of. I will not say I had a lot of. Well, I had some choices. But that's why I only had a few. We did not have to coordinate, correct? That's what's been nice about having a. That's what's nice about having a planner. This photographer, I might go with Love My Tattoo. I was so excited to see the progress. Nice. My favorite solo picture. Turn aside, made the scrunched up smiley face. One same doors in the background. Nice. Then he still ended up seeing her. Hey, it worked out though. We made it symmetrical then. Instead of having 4 and 3, we had 3 and 3. It's a great time. 10 out of 10 would do again. Hey, Virtual.
Thanks to @nightfox_ for my sub gift. Whitefire Cowpog.
3-month gift subscription. It's entered month 2. Thanks for sending that second month notification. Ladies and gentlemen, could get some hype sound in chat. Continuing on the 3-month gift sub. Hope you're doing well, Virtual. Hope you're doing swell. There we go. Jonathan might. He's been getting more and more gigs, which is pretty cool too. He just did a gig this past. Well, he did 2 gigs this past week, I think. Not wedding gigs. He does. I mean, he would definitely do a wedding, but a lot of what he gets are like clubs and stuff. Doing good. How you doing? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Just chilling, playing Minecraft. Can't complain, you know. You know. Though I am definitely getting sleepy. I did this the wrong way. How could I have done that? Did we celebrate today for the new job? If by celebrate you mean sleep, then yes. At least I slept. I know, watch them on Insta and eat them as partially the style we would want. Nice. Especially during the reception party. Nice. Yeah, new job starts tomorrow. Yep. I don't really know what she's gonna do tomorrow, but because it's not in person, it's a remote job, mostly a remote job. So they're shipping her all of her like equipment and stuff. but that's not gonna get here tomorrow. So you get like orientation and like some like verification stuff, employment verification stuff. But other than that, like right now, there's not a whole lot to do tomorrow because her laptop has been delayed in the mail. It was delayed. They delayed getting it to her. Basically, they messed up, not her. So. Though typically, like when you start a new job, the first few weeks are pretty well. In corporate America, the first few weeks are usually pretty easy. It's a lot of like when I started my current job, it was a lot of like reading and doing like all this corporate training stuff that, I mean, some of it's cool and the rest of it's kind of feels useless, but so that's a lot of like your first week or two in corporate America. It's just training. Not even job specific training, just general watching videos kind of stuff. I don't know how the middle worked over here. No idea. But I think I'm gonna have to tear down the super smelter though, cause it's getting in the way. Food on me. What goes in the middle? Chests? How many chests do I need? 5 by 6, that's 30, it's 40, that's 80. I need 80 chests. I need 80 chests? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Kidding me out right about now? Yes, I am kidding me out right about now. Are you kidding me out? Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. That's 80. Okay. Are you kidding me right meow? That's better. That makes more sense than whatever I said. Uh-oh. Did I not math right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 6 is 30. Plus another 5 is 35. Plus another 5 is 40. Multiply that by 2 because their double chest is 80. I think that's right. Ain't nobody like you. Ah. Maybe that's enough? It's probably enough. Pillars go out to here. We want that, yeah. Oh, I need slabberonis. Yeah, I need slabberonis. Yeah. It's all good. Not all of us can be math whizzes. What's up, Nightfox? How you doing? Go away, piggy. Go away, piggy. I did this right. Yeah, I did this right. Because then here it's gonna go like, get out. Here's gonna go here. Oh. Good, doing good. Doing so good you hopped on the server. Hey, yo. So then this needs to come out to here. I haven't even tried Craftle yet. I mean, I looked at the hint. I thought about it when the hint came out, but other than that, I haven't done anything with Craftle. Maybe I'll try later. Maybe. Yeah. Hubone, if you do not get out of my cave, you're gonna be murderized out of here. Get out of my cave. Can't see anything. Just reminded me I need to do this. And then that maybe. At least for now. Maybe. I don't have any leads on me, though. Rather just punch him out of the way. Be gone! There we go. 5. We're now 3 layers tall. Because I believe this... Oh no, this isn't right. Like that. Yeah. Slab, 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 slab. There we go. Okay. Then the last one. There we go. This will eventually get covered up with other stuff, but for now, that's what it looks like. See, in my head, I was right, as there is 7 on the bottom row. You were the one confusing. So there's 7 on the bottom row, but I was talking about this. The way I was counting it was 5 by 6. 5 times 6 give you 30, and then counting these. That's separate. But yeah, there is 7 on the bottom row. Or I could have done 7 times 6 minus 2. So that's 42 minus 2, which is 40. Multiply that by 2 is 80. That would have also worked. But it makes sense to either do 7 by 6 minus 2, or do 5 by 6 plus 5 plus 5. This just made the most sense to me just because it was the complete rectangle. Let's say square, but that's not a square. I know my shapes. I know my shapes very well. Or at least partially well. Come back for some of that. 7 times 6 minus 2. Yeah. Would have also worked. Probably should. I'm just here to make you crazy, Jess. The whole point of this stream is just to drive you crazy. Make you second guess yourself, you know. It isn't hard to do that, Rip. Mood, but also Rip. I am a bunny rabbit, hopping through the storage system. Very big storage system. Hop and hop, 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 hoppity hop, hoppy hoppy hop. Hop to the left, hop to the right, hop to the left, right, left, left, right. It gone. It's gonna connect up down here though. Down here though. Man, can I not be? Can I not do that? Down here though. Boing, 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 boing. She changed her name a long time ago. Not recently, from what I recall. A number of years ago. No, I get that. I'm like that too. The worst for me is when like I've met somebody and then 5 seconds later I'm like, so what was her name? What was this person's name again? Oh yeah, I wouldn't call you new, Breezy. Yeah, Jess didn't like us for a while, so she just wasn't around. Sag. Kidding, I'm kidding. Partially. I am the absolute worst. So I would, I would totally get it. 6.5 years. Big pog, big pog. Oh, big brother, big brother, big brother. Big brother. Let's go here. Right. I think. Maybe. Yes. Who is at the top of watch time now? Almost on the dot, yeah. Can I still sort? Wow. So the top watch times. Me, obviously. What's up, Oak? Welcome in. Good to see you. How you been? Technically, Radioactive Bear is number 1. It's 781 hours. Ziggy is number 2. The Ziggy's at 718, beating out Jen by 2 hours, which is wild. Really good. That's good. That's awesome to hear. It's fantastic to hear. Anime's at 576. Geeky's at 562. Then Jess at 550. Skunk is at 494. Emma at 467, which you guys just saw. Magpie's at 457. Cirky's still at 455, and Grimley's still at 437 apparently. Then my bot. Then a bunch of ones I don't really count because I think they're all bots or used to be bots. Karina is still at 335, and then Jay's at 313. Swinsy at 302. Christian at 298. Oh, you know what? Oak's probably up there. Yeah, if you combine... I never combined Oak's previous name hours. So Oak's at over 400 hours now. So you're up there. Yeah, it's only 147 there, but EQ Oak do back in the day was at 277. Yeah, we've been good. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. We've last couple weeks have been well, more than a couple weeks, been like a couple months. Have been house related stuff. The last week has been looking at houses, but I forgot that name long time ago. Yep, Emma starts her new job tomorrow. The days I was on top so long ago, yeah. Yeah, it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. I mean, names like Lissy's on here apparently. Hal's still on here. I've seen Hal in a long time. I mean, Jaguaro's on here, of course. Used to be here a lot. Pickle Buzz is at 200. Thesaure. Actually, that name probably is probably more than 200 hours for that person. Stenos is up there. Chris Cookies is on here. Monahim, Shadow, Oath, etc., etc. Man, Aeroset's still on here? Wolf Shadowmancer, Jacob Major. Lot of people. I mean, there's names on here that I haven't seen in literally probably 5 or 6 years. Rect is on here. I didn't know Rect was actually... Rect is at 100 hours. Cody's at 104. Shalidia Craft's at 100 still. And just, the list just keeps going. I mean, there's people I didn't even mention, like UHC live streamer, Uck. Poisoned Hughes is on here, so it's someone I haven't seen in a long time. At least I don't think I've seen that person in a long time. Alex Funboss, Mr. Crazy Cool. This goes on. A lot of people. I think you were on there. Signing Sam. I think I just missed you. I think I just didn't say your name. You are at 245 hours. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely on there. 245, that's a lot. A lot of the hours, like when you think about pure eat ice cream already sounds good. A lot of the numbers don't move as quickly now because I only stream like 3 hours a week. A lot of the numbers went up very quickly, especially like Jess's being at like 500 was back when I was streaming like 12, 15, 20 hours a week. Back in like 2018. So the numbers don't go up as quickly now. But that's not anybody's, well, I mean, it is somebody's fault. It's my fault. But it's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily bad. Oh yeah, loads of things have changed. Life is constantly changing, constantly evolving. Always, always, always things happening. I think these, one goes there, one goes there. Things have especially gone by quickly the last, 5 compared, especially the last 4 years, 3.5. Ever since I started working full time, things just, I lose track of time easily. Very easily. It used to be that a day would go by very quickly. Now whole weeks go by without me even really noticing. It's kind of bad. Things just keep getting put off and put off and put off until eventually I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that works. I thought once I reached a certain age, it'd slow down. What happened? I was just 12. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens when we become adults, and we just, every day's an adventure. Every day's busy. Every day's an adventure is a good one, though. It's true. Every day's got something. There's always something. Yeah, we are real adults now for the whole house hunting thing, which has been an experience. Been a real experience. In some good ways and, some not. But It's also just the experience of being an adult in general. Is that right? Yeah. That seems right. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Which, I mean, I remember the retort we used to have in elementary school, and my principal would say that was, well, sometimes it's not my choice. Sometimes I don't get to have a good day, and it's not by my choice. What kind of ice cream? Share deets, please, so I can live vicariously through you. 'Cause I do want ice cream now. Ice cream. I don't need ice cream, but I want it. You know, don't need it, but I want it desperately in my soul. What am I missing? Ran out of barrels. That's what happened. Graham cracker with chocolate chunks and marshmallow sauce. Oh my gosh. So, s'more. What was the last ice cream I had? When was the last time I had ice cream? It wasn't that long ago. I think I picked up something from CVS or something. What did I last have? I don't remember. Ice cream, I don't remember. Uh-oh. Put this away. This away. There we go. Barrels. Give me that barrel. Give me that barrel. Probably enough barrels. Ice cream not good? An addiction to ice cream, it's not good. I mean, tell me an addiction to ice cream's not good? I don't know if I can get behind that, but I forgot stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, Miney. Hi. I do this? Not what I was supposed to do. Supposed to have that in earlier, but I didn't. Believe this is how it works. Oh, I'm out of torches. Eliminate a couple of birthdays, sprinkle ice cream, couple nights ago. Died by someone for my dog, actually, because he takes meds daily, so he gives him ice cream with his meds, but I stole a couple. Nice. A good pupper. Very good pupper. Get some stone. I will grab some. I think I have some torches up here. Yes, I do. Is it this way? Hear it? There we go. Right, this is the middle, I think. Maybe somewhat. I don't know. Yes, it is. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna fill in back here. There we go. Do that. Big old spoiled baby. 100 pounds want to be a lap dog. Oh boy. That can turn out very poorly. If a 100-pound dog thinks they're a lap dog, good luck. Unlike my dog, who is smaller than most cats, 100-pound dog is a very big dog. It's 9. Yeah. It's very late. Do not like 0 out of 10. Not that work's bad. It's just not quite as fun. I mean, there's fun parts to work, you know. Depending upon your job. My job, there's at least fun parts to it. You have a school meeting tomorrow and those are never fun. Oof. Good luck. Is there like bad news being delivered, or is it just like the interactions with people that aren't particularly like fun, I guess? Because I've heard of some school meetings for teachers going very badly. One of Emma's best friends is a speech language pathologist. pathologist? Speech language something. So she helps kids with younger kids in elementary school, typically, who have speech impediments. Help them work through that. Speech language pathologist. Yes, okay, I got it right. Looking for you. It's gonna surpass the maximum number of absences for school year. RIP. Work with kids in this one-day program that often involves working with their schools for behavior, mental health things. Gotcha. Yeah, that's not gonna be a fun conversation. Not at all. Having to run all the way to the other side to do stuff, to grab stuff is kind of insane. I need more deep slate. Should be enough. Start working on a portfolio for tattoo, like to become a tattoo artist? Jess? Ayo? So Emma, you've got your new tattoo artist. Suppose my two big dogs. Your lab was 100. Name's Jackson, or 100 pounds. Name's Jackson. Bottom is Luna. About 45. Post them in Discord, I'm guessing. Oh wow. Bunch of cuties. Wow, bunch of cuties. Cute puppers. Do. Gotta give you some time for print. How long do the apprenticeships last? I guess, what are the qualifications to become a tattoo artist? I never really thought about that. Is it just the apprenticeship? Or like, is there more? Assume there's not really school. Or on the job training, probably, right? Maybe. I mean, some probably have some level of schooling. That's not right. Honest, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we could add something in Discord for a channel at some point. I don't know if there's enough interest though yet. Nice, we can go on for a few months because I need to build a portfolio. Most for about a year, depending on the shop. There's some courses you need to take, like blood pathogen safety things for cross contamination. Gotcha. Like certifications, basically. If you want to post it, go for it. How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Looking at the other pillars to see what I did here. Couldn't remember. It's gonna be a fun one. After I get all these pillars and stuff in. Do good, thank you. Nice pattern, thank you, thank you. All about them patterns. You know it. You know it. Go. Does that work? Yes, that works, I think. Way more here, okay. About to say, I thought we were running out very quickly on some of these blocks. That's better. To start to a full sleeve, nice. Let's see, Ramadan for us, you know what that is? I have a basic idea of Ramadan is, yeah. Very cool though, very cool. It's a very cool tattoo, Jess, by the way. It's very, very cool. So Emma, when are you getting your next tattoo? Question mark. Exclamation point? Probably exclamation point. Yeah. Should add that to the end. Did I say that? I'll take your word for it because that makes sense. It sounds like something that I would say. Did she say that? I don't remember. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, obviously won't be cheap. Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right. We probably were going through the pricing of it or whatever. It was like, yeah, probably not right now. For you. Da, da. That's right. Yeah, I feel old sometimes too. I get that. I say it all the time how old I am. Old I feel anyways. Emma's been going back and forth on the half sleep for a while. Though I think just more recently is when she maybe decided she's gonna do it. It's been a back and forth for a while. Oh, we have a lead in here. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Do. I'm doing something. I think. I don't remember what I was. I don't remember what I was doing now. I mean, 40's not. It's not that old. But I get it. I definitely get it. Oh, I wanted stone. That's what I was forgetting. And I still think I'm in my 20s. Yeah, I could understand, like, I could definitely understand still being in that mindset. I feel like it took me a while just to even feel like I'm in my 20s, just have like the right mindset, you know? I definitely feel my age now, and I think it's partially like because we're doing things that are people our age, one, are doing, but two, we're kind of doing things beyond what people our age are normally doing. I say normally, but at this point in life, we're kind of at a point where we're beyond what most people. Things like buying a house, getting married, those kinds of things are definitely not something that every 20-year-old does, or not 20-year-old, but someone in their 20s. You know. Not anymore, anyways. Once upon a time, sure. It feels weird because like 20s are definitely the time where some people are moving very quickly and then other people are just kind of still being college-esque. So it's an interesting time period. Some people like move very fast, you know, the whole marry house kids kind of stuff. Some people do very early on in their 20s, and then there's others who wait, you know, and they're spending their 20s partying and working, going on vacations. It's very interesting how diverse the different mindsets are. Don't they ever age mentally? I mean, the real world is a lot like high school, so I mean, most people I would say probably don't necessarily age beyond that mentally. Some do, some don't. And there's parts of you that will age beyond that, and there will parts mentally. There will be parts of you that age beyond it, and parts of you that don't, because a lot of the stuff that comes up in high school is, you know, a lot of the same types of conflicts people get into in the real world. I'm kind of just running around at this point. I do blah, 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 blah. What do I need? What do I need in life? Don't know. What I am gonna do is probably put all of this stuff away. Grab that. That's good enough, I think. So what we had done here was add in these pillars. I never did this, which I should. There we go. Go. Okay. It feels so early and I don't know what to do, but it's actually so late. Yeah, well, it's, you know, even pre-time jump, it would be like 8:24 at this point, not 9:24, but I get it. I definitely get it. Thing is, I was never a normal young person. Never went out. I never hung out with friends. Never had any weekends were spent home reading. When I hit my 20s, my parents were separated, so I worked to support my mom. Yeah. And that's what, yeah, that was in your 20s when that happened. So, didn't necessarily have a quote unquote normal 20s as well. I get that. Yeah, normal's kind of subjective as well. Normal to one person is different from normal to another person, you know? We all have different paths in life. My parents have talked about before where they didn't exactly have a normal 20s. I had some grandparents have some medical issues slash pass away before I was born. Well, one was technically I was like a year old. But my parents spent their 20s basically taking care of a family. And so they didn't do what quote-unquote normal 20-year-olds did for the most part. They had to be a lot more responsible than that. So they say. Obviously I wasn't around then, so I don't know what did and did not happen, but I feel like the normal, quote-unquote normal 20s is actually a little more abnormal than people think, than even I think about. A lot of people have to grow up very quickly, so for any number of reasons. Never met my grandparents either. My mom was 16 when her dad died, and 21 when her mom died. Wow, I'm sorry. That's rough. I at least got to meet a couple of mine. Not that they were ever around very much. They lived in different states, and one couldn't visit very often, and the other one chose not to visit very often. So. Kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. You got these pillars in now. Those are in. Okay. Hockey dock. Alright, folks, I'm gonna wrap up there for today, I think. I'm getting tired. For many reasons. Oh my goodness. I've actually been staying up a little bit later, which has not been good for my health. Because then I end up starting work later, and that's... Thankfully, I can start work whenever, but it means I end up working later, which then just perpetuates the cycle. But I am by. So yeah, thanks for watching today, everyone. If a mod or someone else can put the links down in chat. Do the exclamation point social, exclamation point Discord, exclamation point Afterlife as well for the Afterlife related things. For those who came through the raid or otherwise don't know all these links. YouTubes, the Instagrams, the Tweeters / X's. I never want to call that website X ever again. I still haven't put Blue Sky on there, but I'll put Blue Sky at some point. We're welcome if you haven't joined my Discord, join my Discord. Talk with people. We were sharing pictures of of things earlier, dogs and tattoos, things like that. And the server I'm playing on right now is called AfterLife SMP. Like I was mentioning earlier, it's been around for more than 10 years. This season's been around for about 2.5, going on 3. So you're more than welcome to join the AfterLife Discord as well. Hang out with and talk with folks there. But yeah, I will end there. Thanks so much for watching today, everyone. I'm not gonna go raid some. I'm probably too tired to actually do anything tonight. So I appreciate y'all being here, though. I'll be back next weekend. Yes. I'll be back next weekend for another stream. Take care. Bye bye.